I build insane level of awareness on my pitching mechanics, and I'm here to share to you how. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've noticed after training over 200 plus athletes, of course, a lot of athletes come with different set of skills, with different understanding of their motor patterns, and just like different adaptation system in terms of like how long it takes for them to understand a concept and then be able to apply it to themselves. A lot of athletes have asked me, how come I know so much about like my body and my mechanics, and I can give myself that feedback and essentially coach myself into making adjustment. And I thought back to like how it all started, and I want to share with you literally 4 to 5 steps as to how you can do the same. And it's the same exact thing that I did to achieve as much level of awareness of where my body is in space, so I can give myself the most amount of positive feedback possible. Now, before we do get started, my name is Anthony Rodriguez. I'm the coach and founder of Versatile Athletics. We've trained athletes across every single level, from high school, junior college, Division I, and professional level, help them increase their velocity while helping them understand how their bodies prefer to move. Now, with that said, back into the video. Now, these 4 to 5 different steps are very clear. However, there's a big caveat and like red flag that you, or line that you should not step over, right? You're gonna need to videotape yourself. You're going to need a radar gun to give you the feedback of whatever throw you're getting, so you can see whatever changes you're making on the gun itself. You're gonna need journal. You need to give yourself your own feedback. And then lastly, the caveat here is you cannot be emotionally invested into the result, right? And that one's gonna be the most important one, and the one that I'm gonna start with actually, because without that one, all the other 4 ones fall apart. And essentially, when you're getting quick data to the things that you're doing, you and you're quote unquote like coaching yourself in that scenario, you cannot let whatever you see on camera or whatever the gun says dictate how you feel in that given moment. We need to reframe our brain from creating an emotional tie down with those results to helping our brain analyze what we're seeing as a tool or as a means of what we're doing good and what we're doing bad, and therefore we need to use that to make X, Y, and Z better. And it's what I use also to help myself rebuild from 76 to 93. Let's go right back into number 1. You need to videotape yourself, right? And if you're not videotaping yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. And when you videotape yourself and you gun, which is number 2, at the same exact time, you're getting 2 types of feedback. You're seeing on the screen exactly what you're doing each step of the way, and then you're getting the other feedback of going over to the radar gun and seeing what the velocity mark was. With those 2 analytical points, or with those 2 tools, you want to go ahead and gauge for yourself how it felt. Was it easy? Was it hard? Did it hurt? Right? All those things, so you can know like which movement is the most optimal that produces the most amount of result. As you're giving your own self-thought or like self-talk within what you're seeing on camera, what you're getting on video, right? You're gonna see, okay, when I do X, Y, Z, I get B, C result. So how can I produce more of that to get this, right? That's essentially what we're doing. So essentially, if I'm doing a regular step back drill, for example, and I notice that on my step back drill, right, I'm like leaning out forward, and I see it on video and I feel it, right? I got my feeling, I got my video, and then I see the gun. I'm like throwing 85 on that step back drill, right? Now, once I saw it on video, I'm like, okay, well, let me try to get this cue. Okay, well, now I feel what that is. I see what the gun said, and I see on video what it is. So now I have 3 different visual points of feedback that I can give myself and create that mental memory of what that is and what that feels like. And now, once I get that 87, 88, I stay within that same exact feel, and all that I'm thinking about is, how can I get more while doing less? So, okay, how can I make it to where I'm not actively thinking about staying back here? Because I know that's what's gonna get me towards 88, 89, maybe 90 with this drill, and essentially I gotta convert that over to the mound. But how can I get more with doing less? So again, I continue doing the same exact drill, and as I'm doing the drill, again, I'm going over towards like what my video is and then what the gun says. And you don't have to do this one by one. You can kind of get 2 to 3 throws in. You'll be like, oh damn, like this one felt a little bit different. Kind of go ahead and recall to the camera or the gun what the numbers were, and then recall to the camera like how you look. And now once you're seeing that, obviously you're gonna build that mental memory where like it's just gonna stay in within you. Essentially, that's really it with the whole process. After you're done with it all, like you just got to go ahead and journal just to still memorize and jot down to make sure that it's obviously something you don't lose and it's like a one-day thing. No, you keep it with you for days on to come, weeks and months. So after, obviously, everything happened, just go ahead and journal what you felt, what went well, what went wrong, what you need to do to feel X velocity. And now when you come back on your next high intent day, you can actually just chase the same exact feel. And I mean, you know, I did this style of like training for, I mean, a couple of years. And essentially, obviously, I just got to the point where like now I throw, and if I throw anything like under 90, I know what's wrong. Like I have that understanding in my brain of potentially what I look like, and then potentially what's also going wrong, without having to get that quick feedback all the time. I still do it though here and there when I still throw. It's helped me so much in coaching myself to getting into better movements, and the movements essentially that I need to get into. So hopefully this helps you. Don't be tied down emotionally towards what the results are. Just use them as tools. Okay, when I do this, I get this velocity. When I do this, I look like this. How do I feel about it? Is it easy? Is it hard? Is it less painful? Do more of the same to produce more positive action. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you guys want to see how we can help you next throw harder than what you're throwing right now, I have a link to our 3-step process as to how we help our athletes increase their velocity. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one.